I need your phone or the other phone.
You started it?
Yeah. All right. Today we got a different kind of build. Today we have we're building one of our workstations. Why do you always give me this one? There you go. All right, we're gonna be building one of our workstations here. Let's see. It does have a GPU, a special GPU is gonna have our RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell workstation edition. So this one would go right after a 5090, so it's more powerful than a 5090. Um, let's see. Yeah, so this GPU itself has 96 gigabytes of GDDR7 RAM compared to a 5090. The 5090 does have a 32 gigabyte of GDDR7 RAM. And CUDA cores, this 6000 Blackwell GPU has about I believe 3,000 more CUDA cores, as the RTX 5090 has about 21,700, and then the RTX Pro 6000 has about 24,000 CUDA cores, so it does make it a better GPU. The price difference, it is a big price jump. The 5090 costs you about $2,000 to like $3,000. This 6000 Blackwell workstation GPU is around 8 to 11,000, depending on where you get it or how you get it. Yeah, so it's a big difference, really big different margins. But this GPU is mainly going to be used for like um, I've seen people use it for AI, productivity, video editing, stuff like that. If you're gonna be doing a lot of like GPU intensive stuff, where you are gonna be needing the 96 gigabytes of DDR7 RAM, then that's where those $8,000 to $11,000 you're gonna be spending on GPU will come in handy. Compared to 59 that only has 24, um, 32 gigabytes of DDR7 RAM, which basically they just make it for gaming and low end productivity. Not low end, but like not as high end as you could get in the 6000 Blackwell workstation. And then this GPU does still use your regular NVIDIA drivers. You don't have to use the studio drivers. You'll still be using your regular NVIDIA drivers. Performance wise and gaming, you do gain about 13 to 14% boost performance from a 5090. Um, some would say that's a lot. Some would say that's not enough for the price difference. But like I said, the GPU is not mainly for gaming; it's more for productivity, editing, AI, and stuff like that. To use 96 gigabytes of that memory that it comes with, because even like a game like Call of Duty will not be using more than probably max, probably like 13, 14 gigabytes of memory um, in a game. Um, so yeah, like I said, this GPU is most likely going to be for productivity, and then the 5090 will be mainly for gaming, and then a bit of productivity to be working on as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on the build. Like I said, this is one of our workstation builds. In this build, it is going to have a 9950X 3D. It's going to have our Asus ProArt AMD XA70 Creator Wi-Fi motherboard edition. In memory for RAM, he's gonna have 192 gigabytes, 192 gigabytes of DDR5 5600 megahertz speed. And storage, he has quite a few. He is gonna have um, one 4 terabyte Samsung 99 Pro M.2, and for a second drive, he's also gonna have another 4 terabyte Samsung 99 Pro M.2. So he's gonna have 8 terabytes of storage in total. And for the graphics card again, he is getting the RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell Workstation Edition. They do have a server edition. It's just built differently for cooling, just so you're able to put in the server. And depending on your rack for the airflow to come in, they do build it the graphics card a little bit more different. I'll go ahead and showcase the graphics card in a little bit, just so you guys can see it. It looks more like a Founders Edition graphics card from the video. But yeah, we are going to be building in the the Fractal Design Define 7 mid tower in black. So these are built, and then we are going to put it with some Noctua fans. Yep, so let's go ahead and get this build started. Let's get the motherboard, CPU, and NVMe's in there. Let's go ahead and get it started. Go ahead and move the case. And do you need this? All right. All right. Our NVMe's. All right. So here we got our X870 Creator Pro Art. Let's go ahead and open it up. Very nice motherboard. It's more like a black and bronze look to the motherboard. Let's go ahead and take it out here. All right. The extra parts for the customer. There we go. Let's go ahead and put our CPU in first. All right. So we got our Crucial 96 gigabytes, 48 gigabytes each stick, to total. Let's go ahead and open these. It's a lot of RAM, a lot of memory. All right. So we're gonna have 4 sticks in here. Perfect. Now let's get our NVMe's in there. Nice quick release on this one. Nice. Go ahead and open all our NVMe's here. There we go. Got two 99 Pro NVMe's, 4 terabyte each, equaling 8 terabytes of storage. There you go. All right. Let's go ahead and open up this other NVMe slot. I wish I would have just done all of them quick release, to be honest. All right. What's up, Slimmer? Welcome to the stream. All right, we got our CPU in, our RAM, and our two NVMe's in. I'll go ahead and put it into the case, and then we can get started on the rest. Just move this stuff over here a little bit. All right. And then we're also going to need our screws as well for the motherboard. We got our motherboard screws here. All right. Let's go ahead and put our motherboard into the case. Remove these plastics from here. All right. Perfect. Locks in place. Now let's go ahead and just screw it down. Let's see. I got the wrong screws. All right. PB, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. All right. Got the motherboard all screwed in now. let's go ahead and start on the fans. So we are going to be putting let's see. We're going to be putting 2, 3, 5, 6 fans in here. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll be using our fractal, not fractal, sorry, Noctua fans for this build. We're gonna have 2 intake in the front, 1 exhaust right here in the back, and then 3 exhausts on top, also for the radiator. Let's go ahead and get these fans in here. All right. I'm just gonna route this cable. Through here. All right. I don't think we've built a workstation on stream recently, or not recently, but in general. Not 100% sure we have. But yeah, we do sell workstations besides gaming computers. We do sell workstations as well. Go on our website, and we do have a variety of workstations, or I believe also if you want like a specific workstation, you go, we just get in contact with customer service, and then you can tell them what you want, and we can see if we can get it for you as well. Yeah, so we got this RTX Pro, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's called RTX Pro 6000. Pretty crazy. The amount of memory it has. The price range, to be honest, is crazy as well. From a 5090. It is, and from what I saw, it was giving you like a 13, like I said, 13 or 14% boost in performance, such as like FPS wise. Compared to the 5090. But where it's really going to shine is when you're doing multitasking and taking advantage of that 96 gigabytes of RAM. And those CUDA cores as well. You get 3,000 more CUDA cores than in the 5090. In the 5090, you get, like I said, 21,000. And the 6,000 GPU, you get, I believe, 27, 24. All right, let's get these Noctua fans in here. There's not that many reviews on this graphics card either. I guess like it's a really hard graphics card to get your hands on as well, and then for the price range. Um, an $8,000 to $11,000 graphics card. All right, we got our fans in. Let's go ahead and plug in all our I/O fans here. Not fan, I mean I/O cables here. Just try to remove that cover. Can you give me a band-aid? Yeah, can you give me a band-aid? All right. Thank you. All right. Go ahead and plug our cables in. We got our HD audio, our USB 2.0, our F panel cables, USB Type-C, and our USB 3.0. We get all those cables connected here. Let me see. USB 2.0. 3.0 is getting, it's kind of tricky because this case and the cable. There you go. Got it in. Our USB Type-C here. There you go. Now we got our F panel connectors as well. Make sure I connect these correctly, because if I don't, then the computer just won't start up with the power button on the case. All right, now let's go ahead and connect our USB 2.0 and our HD audio here. There we go. Got our HD audio. Now we just need the USB 2.0. Perfect. I'm gonna do a little bit of cable management just to make it all a little bit tidy up over here in the back. All right. All right. Now we can go ahead and connect. There's like a hub over here as well. Go ahead and try to connect these. Hmm. Uh, a little bit more pull on this cable here. All right. Now we need our top fans as well. All right, let's go ahead and screw these in as well. And then what I should have done, I should have put our cooler on. I don't know why I thought we had an AIO. We have an actual air cooler. So I should have put that on when I was getting the motherboard set up, but we'll go ahead and put it on after as well. Try to get all these fans nice and centered on top. We're about almost done with the fans here. Perfect. Got our top fans in as well. Let's go ahead and look at our cooler. Actually, let's connect these back fans here. Oh. All right. Gonna get these zip ties here. Get a little bit more slack. Going through this planning process right now, what made you sit on this config? What do you mean on the build? This is a customer's build, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what they were thinking when actually configuring this build here. All right. Let's go ahead and get our cooler in here as well. All right, we got our NHU1 U12-8 in here by Noctua. One of the best air coolers you could get. I believe I have this one in my build. There we go. Got the cooler there. Nobody did anything. Nope. Extra padding. All right. Go ahead and get our bracket. For the AMD. Looks like these are for the AMD. All right. Comes with like a manual here. Tells you how to put on the AMD and the Intel ones. So we're gonna be needing the AMD one here. Let's see. All right. Pretty easy. Mm-hmm. For Intel. All right. Pretty straightforward. Pretty like your standard normal coolers that we have. The only bad thing is actually I think the back plate is on. Gonna remove your standard brackets there for the AMD. And put these washers or bushings, whatever, onto there. Let me grab our AMD bracket. Mm-hmm. All right. Just want to make sure I was putting them in right. Just hand tighten these first. There we go. Do the same thing for the next one. All right. Now let's go ahead and put our Noctua thermal paste here. To like a little X. There you go. We still have some extra. All right. Looks like I am gonna have to remove the fans. So I'm able to screw it in here. I'm gonna use my screwdriver here, not my drill for this. There you go. Tighten that side a little bit and then tighten this side a little bit as well. Just so they're both equal. All right, that side's all the way. This side's all the way as well. Now we can put back our fans on. All right. Actually, I think this one goes on this side. There you go. There you go. Let's stand it up for this one. There we go. Now let's just route the fan cables to the back as well. Not to the back, sorry, to the front of the motherboard here. All right, now we just need one more. All right. We got our fans in. Now we could put our power supply in, and then we can put our GPU in, just so I can show it off a little bit here at the end. Go ahead and open up our power supply here. So here we got our Super Flower 1600 watt Lead X titanium power supply here. So for this GPU, I believe the 5090 does take 500 watts of power. This GPU, the 6000 Pro, takes 600 watts of power. I believe this 59 takes 530 or 500, but I know this one does take 600 watts of power. Quite a lot, to be honest. I did want to check if our 12-volt high power is going to fit in this one, because sometimes it's depending on the way they make the connection to put it in. They either put it too much in, and then you can't put like your own 12-volt high power. You have to put like the one that the GPU comes with. All right. All right, we'll just connect everything else besides our 12 high power. I just want to see the GPU right now. Got a 24 pin. I don't believe this motherboard needs a PCIe in the front. Let's just double check. No, it does not. It just needs 2 CPUs, 24 pin, and 12 high power. And then 1 SATA for the back over here. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's put our 12 high power here on the side for now. Then we got, give us 2 12 high power. Molex. PCIe. PCIe CPU here. We need another CPU. So all VGA, power cord, VGA, Molex. It's a lot of cables here. VGA, CPU, and SATA. Perfect. Perfect. All right, go ahead and put the rest of the cables in its bag here. We'll be getting these. For now. All right. Connect our SATA and our CPU to the power supply here. Congrats, sir. I hope you show us the super performance in future video. I don't know if we might have any benchmarks on it. It is a customer's build. But we show some screenshots when we are stress testing the computer, see how it does on the stress test. All right. All right. Power cable. Let's showcase a little bit of the actual GPU itself here. Put our power supply to the side here. All right. All right. Put this to the side here. All right, here we got the GPU. Nice looking GPU. Has like this gloss to it. We will be cleaning it after because we are gonna get fingerprints on it here. But it's the RTX Pro 6000. Kind of like the Founders Edition. There's a 2-slotted card here. Really nice card, to be honest. Really, really nice card. Really, really nice card here. Not heavy at all. They didn't make it as heavy as the 5090. Very slim looking for workstations especially. Yeah, very nice looking card. We are going to be cleaning it after. We most likely are going to be shipping it separately anyways. Not inside the workstation. We'll ship the GPU separate from the PC itself. But yeah, let's go ahead and check if we are able to connect our power supply 12-volt high power to the build, or we're gonna have to use the connector here. Hopefully we're just connected to with our because you here, I don't know if you can see on the camera here, but it has like a slanted look. Like for sure you can't fit any streamers in here. Yeah, we could fit our own. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and get the graphics card slotted in just so we have now that we have it out. Get it slotted in, power supply in, and then build should be done. All right. There we go. Got the GPU inserted. Gives a nice slick look, nice black slick look on the GPU. Now let's go ahead and put our power supply in. Now that we know that our 12 volt high power is going to work with this build, we go ahead and plug this in as well. All right. Connect our bracket to our power supply here. All right, let's go ahead and route these cables through as well. There we go. I gotta tighten these screws here. Make sure it's all nice and seated correctly. All right, now we're gotta connect everything to our build here. And just straighten everything out. So we got our two CPU here. All right. Let's see how I make this work here. It is a tight spot up here. If I remove this fan, it'll give me a little more space. But I believe I could do it without removing it. Is this real? Yeah, this is real. Real live stream. Trying to see if there's a other better way that I can try and connect these. Because it's a very tight spot up here between the motherboard and the top back plate. All right, got one side in. Second side in. Perfect. Let's go ahead and do this side now. Insane specs, yeah. Crazy, crazy build. Crazy, crazy build. It's actually simple, like the build is simple itself, but the specs itself are crazy. Let's try to see. All right, this is gonna go in the first slot. Yeah, like I said, just very tight space up here on top for the CPU cables. I just need to try to flip them somehow. There we go. Got one side in. Now let me get this last side in as well. Come on, just go in. Just go in to the socket. All right, let's do it again. Damn, I'm having more trouble than I thought I would with these CPU cables. There you go, finally. Just little luck. Let's get the 24 pin connected as well. There we go. Now our 12-volt high power here. There we go. All connected there. Our SATA, then we do need to connect this one to the front of our PC to one of the fan headers here. Just because it's just that these fan headers here just do come with a little protector on them. There we go. Pull this back. And then our SATA down here. Perfect. Now we do a little bit of cable managing as well here. And then get our 24 pin in here as well. Hide the SATA. Surely this beast will meet Windows 20. Yeah. Yeah, most likely will. To be honest, with all this AI stuff, and you're always gonna want more. The more you have, the more efficient you can be in certain stuff as this build is gonna be used for. I'm pretty sure, probably for AI, or some type of what's the word I'm looking for? Some type of productivity. You could game at like the highest settings on this PC as well, but like I said, you won't be utilizing the full I believe 96 gigabytes of DDR7 RAM on this GPU. But you can game and render video at the same time, do some AI in the background. All right, let's go ahead. We got everything plugged in. Let's go ahead and power up. Make sure I plugged everything in correctly. If not, we're going to check back and diagnose what exactly we didn't plug in. So we do need our power cable, since it is a 1600 watt power supply. It does take a bigger power cable connection. Let's go ahead and plug this in over here. Connect it. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of the panels on as well, so you guys can see how it would look. This is a workstation type of case. So it is enclosed. It doesn't have like that nice glass panel like our gaming computers would normally have. like an open door here. Just clean out all your stuff here, the dust and stuff that will go in. And for the top, it has its own dust cover, and even the top panel also has a dust cover as well. You can see that, and it has like its own little dust cover as well here. Nice design they did here. So there they put it backwards. There you go. I believe this is the back panel. Yep. And then we got the front panel as well. Yep. Really nice build, really simple build. But like I said, crazy specs. So just to go over the specs one more time, it does have a 9950X 3D, a Noctua NHU12A premium CPU cooler. For the motherboard, it has an Asus ProArt AMD X870 E-Creator Wi-Fi for memory. It has 192 gigabytes of DDR5 5600 megahertz RAM. For storage, he did go with one 4 terabyte Samsung Pro M.2, and he also added another 4 terabyte Samsung 99 Pro M.2. So two 4 terabyte Samsung Pro 99 Pro to add up to 8 terabytes of NVMe storage drive. And then the graphics card, our RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell Workstation Edition. If you want in the stream, they do sell a server edition as well. The only difference is it's not like this nice black glossy look covering over it. It's gonna be more ventilated design. So when you put in your server rack, it'll be able to get air from depending on how your server rack is made. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure a little bit on the specs and stuff are a little bit different. Like I said, this does have a 96 gigabytes of memory of DDR7 memory, DDR7 memory, compared to the 5090 that has 32 gigabytes. And then performance-wise, FPS-wise, stuff like that, and benchmarks, you do get about, like I said, a 14 to 13% boost in FPS and performance. Some will say that that's a big jump. It is a big jump, but price range difference. Your 5090 is costing about $2,000 to $3,000 at the moment compared to this RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell series card. It is coming out to 8,000 to 11,000, depending on where you do get it. What's up, Chase? Welcome to the stream. Hey man, I would like to do maintenance and upgrade some parts on my Apollo. How do I reach out properly? Send it to y'all. So just go ahead, message customer service, tell them you want to maintenance your Apollo. They'll go ahead and send you a quote, how much it would cost. You go ahead and either ship it to us, I believe if you're locally, just drop it off. Most of the time it's a 1 or 2 day turnaround time to do the maintenance and stuff like that. And if you do want to add any stuff to your Apollo, we go ahead and add that, more fans or any parts you do want to change. But yeah, back to the build. Like I said, yeah, 13 to 14% boost in FPS wise, performance wise, compared to a 5090. But like I said, for the price difference for 8,000 to 11,000, you're most likely gonna be using this GPU for performance, productivity, for AI, video editing, 3D rendering, all that cool stuff besides gaming. To utilize that 96 gigabytes of RAM that you do have in here. I believe these are made by the same die, by the 5090. And the thermal paste, a lot of people were asking in like forums and stuff like that, or a question about if this one was gonna have I believe it was liquid thermal paste, liquid metal thermal paste. It does not have liquid thermal paste. Some people might say it might not have it because of liability or stability. Either or, it does not have it. You would think for $8,000 to $11,000 graphics card will have liquid metal thermal paste in it, but it doesn't. But like I said, yeah, this most likely is going to be used more for like AI, video editing, 3D rendering, stuff like that. More productivity utilization over gaming. You can still game on this computer for sure. You can still game on this computer. Average the highest FPS, actually the most FPS compared to any other GPU and build. Like I said, 13 or 14% more boost, which averages out probably like about 20-30 FPS more in a game. 1440p, 4K gaming. But yeah, it's a beast of a computer in a simple setup with some Noctua fans, Noctua cooler, a 1600 watt power supply. Like I said, it does take about 600 watts for this GPU. I believe the 59 takes about 500 to 550 watts. So this GPU does take more power to power up. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, go ahead and send customer service. Send God. Go ahead and let customer service know what you want a maintenance, and then they'll give you a quote how much that'll cost. Just finished building in my new case. Nice, Chase. What did you build? What did you build? Would love to hear what you build. But yeah, guys, simple build. I don't believe we've done a workstation here in the stream for a while. So we wanted to go ahead and broadcast you a stream with the workstation, and why not show you guys off with the new RTX 6000 GPU. Crazy GPU. Wouldn't think there would be something like that out there, but there is something better than the 5090. If you are willing to waste $8,000 to $11,000, go ahead, waste on this graphics card. It will be worth it. But yeah, guys, we'll go ahead and end the stream here. Like I said, I don't know. We are going to be streaming Wednesday or Thursday. For sure, we will be streaming on Friday. We stream every single Friday on here. If you guys do buy builds from BLA Tech and you do want us to build it on stream, go ahead and get in contact with customer service. And then they'll let you know what day we are going to stream your build, or if that day we're going to be streaming it, we're going to send you an email, and we'll be more than happy to stream your build here. But yeah, we just finished this build. Hope you guys see you on the next one.